is one of an outstanding coach, all right? But why the hell isn't he putting Shedeur Sanders? We're all waiting to see the Shedeur Sanders be the guy or Gabriel, whatever. Something's missing. Something's missing with this kid. This kid talks. He runs his mouth like I could be a starting quarterback with his arms crossed like this. Get your ass in the front row and study and do all that. If I know, the whole league knows. Quit being an embarrassment that way. You got the talent to be the quarterback. You should be. You should be embarrassed that you're not.
Michael Irvin just went full sideline savage. Shedeur Sanders is catching all the love, and Irvin? He's not holding back. He's standing up, throwing shade, and going off on Rex Ryan like a tornado in cleats. You think you've seen football hot takes? Think again. This isn't your grandma's commentary. This is chaos, energy, and pure "did he just say that?" Madness rolled into one explosive moment you cannot miss.
I'm baffled. I'm baffled. If he said anything else, we would jump on it and be all over him like, well, how come you don't have any confidence? That's why you're not playing. So each man, every man that's not on the football field, every man in the National Football League has to believe that he is good enough to play in the National Football League, to even be in the league. So anything else that comes from him, I will be shocked.
Michael Irvin just went nuclear. And Rex Ryan, well, let's just say he picked the absolute worst day to test Shedeur Sanders' patience. One moment Rex is leaning into the camera, talking all expert analysis, and the next, bam. Irvin's exploding like a firework factory in slow motion, handing him his ego on a silver platter. This wasn't a debate. This was a demolition. And the internet? The internet lost its mind.
What were your thoughts watching Shedeur Sanders during the draft, and how do you see things working out for him this year?
There's a thing called homiletics, teaching and preaching. It means you use one letter to bring the subject, to bring all the subjects. I was both, pissed and then pleased. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how hard he pursued that dream. You know?
If you're enjoying, please subscribe Shedeur Sanders to the channel. It helps more than you think. So what did Rex even say to make Irvin snap like a twig in a hurricane? Oh, you're going to love this. Strap in, because this gets wild. Rex, in that trademark booming voice, was basically giving a lecture on humility, respect, and how young players apparently need to shrink into the background, whispering apologies for daring to exist with confidence.
They don't care who's number one. The worldwide news right now is 3 is still 3. Why isn't he 2? The world wants to see him get this chance. This reminds me of the Bronny situation. Dylan, you want to be Quincy. He was the one who got that contract. You want to be 3rd. You want Shedeur to go out there and then have a horrible time, and then you come in and have good moments. So you look good. You going out there first, no one's rooting for you. Unless you out this mother perfect. Everything you do is going to be a target. Oh man, look, it was okay. He had 3 turnovers. He did this, and eventually you're going to be getting booed by that.
But the thing is, Rex Ryan has never exactly been a quiet presence in a football stadium. The man built careers on shouting so loud it probably scared off stray cats within a 10-mile radius. He was the loudest coach the Jets ever saw, promising Super Bowl glory like a man auditioning for Broadway in cleats.
But I can say it this way. I have never seen anyone that has had his kind of success in college put up the kind of numbers that he put up in college and drop to the 5th round. You want to tell me he's not a first rounder? You know, that's a thin line. I absolutely believe he's a first rounder. And here's the thing you heard people say. Oh, well, you know, he doesn't have the strongest arm, and he doesn't run real fast. Eli Manning.
And now he's pointing fingers at a kid for miming a watch on a touchdown celebration? Someone call the irony police, because this is a level of hypocrisy that could fill a stadium. Meanwhile, Shedeur Sanders is just out here doing his thing, making clutch plays and celebrating in a way that says, I know I'm good, deal with it. He doesn't do boring veteran nods. He doesn't do awkward handshakes. No, Shedeur mimes a watch, slow, confident, built different style, and suddenly the internet loses its mind. Half the world calls it swagger. The other half acts like he just incinerated the Hall of Fame with a single gesture. And Rex Ryan, self-appointed guardian of all things moral and traditional in football, decides this is the moment he must step in and lecture the generation about respect. Enter Michael Irvin. And oh boy, when Irvin heard Rex talking like that, something in him snapped. It wasn't a rebuttal. It wasn't a disagreement. It was a full-on, all-consuming verbal explosion. Picture a linebacker who's had enough of rookies calling him cute nicknames, now transformed into a hurricane of passion, energy, and pure, uncut football logic. Irvin wasn't just defending Shedeur Sanders. He was defending a philosophy, a way of life, a legacy that Rex clearly doesn't understand. Irvin starts tearing into the argument like a man who has seen too many careers destroyed by old-school thinking. "You're not in the meetings, Rex," he seems to be saying. "You don't know if Shedeur is sitting in the front row or not. You don't know if he's grinding after practice, reviewing film, doing everything you never bothered to do. So don't you dare make a blanket statement about his work ethic just to sound viral. Just don't."
Shedeur Sanders.
This is one of an outstanding coach, all right? But why the hell isn't he putting Shedeur Sanders? We're all waiting to see the Shedeur Sanders be the guy or Gabriel, whatever. Something's missing. Something's missing with this kid. This kid talks. He runs his mouth like I could be a starting quarterback with his arms crossed like this. Get your ass in the front row and study and do all that. If I know, the whole league knows. Quit being an embarrassment that way. You got the talent to be the quarterback. You should be embarrassed that you're not the quarterback now.
Now, talking about what is going on with Rex Ryan in this clip, does he know something that we all don't know? Because he says, if I know, then the rest of the league knows. You should be embarrassed. And the next question people are asking is, why is the topic about Shedeur Sanders if Dillon Gabriel...
Meanwhile, Rex is trying to explain himself, flailing with old-school football wisdom. Respect the game, humility, discipline, follow the old ways. But every attempt he makes is like trying to dance in flip-flops while Usher is on stage. Completely doomed. Irvin fires back 10 times louder, 10 times smarter, 10 times with that "I've lived this life" energy. Every hand gesture, every chest pound, every pause is a mic drop. And the audience? Chaos football is in his DNA. He's not just playing for stats. He's performing for culture, for entertainment, for legacy. Every celebration, every move is a statement. A response to the old guard, a watch me to the people who can't handle a kid owning his spotlight. Rex Ryan's own career? Oh, it was a circus of loud promises, chaotic sidelines, and moments that could easily be memed for decades. The man built a career on high volume and theatrics, and now he's scolding someone for doing exactly what he did. Except younger, slicker, and viral ready.
They want to see him play to see if he's good or not. That's just the way it is. No one cares about the rest. It's him, then Myles Garrett at this point. When we're talking about jersey sales, he's number one. At this point, if you're Cleveland, why are you still putting yourself under this guillotine? I understand why. You don't want to make yourself look stupid. We wanted him. We think he's it. He is the proven one. And we don't want you to go out there and perform very well. Makes us look stupid that we...
It's like a rock star telling another rock star to tone it down. The irony could power an entire stadium, and Irvin sees it immediately. He doesn't hold back. As Irvin gets rolling, it's not just a defense of Shedeur, it's a sermon. He's on a stage preaching the gospel of confidence and evolution in football. Every word hits harder than a linebacker on a quarterback. Meanwhile, the internet explodes. Fans clip every single word. GIFs pop up, reaction videos go viral. Half the crowd is cheering, half is horrified. And somewhere, a poor camera operator prays their equipment survives the audio onslaught. Irvin doesn't care. He's not performing for the internet. He's performing for truth, for legacy, for the principle that charisma and confidence are part of the game. And the brilliance of it? Shedeur doesn't even have to respond. He's third string. He's quietly grinding. And he's already winning the conversation by proxy. Irvin does the heavy lifting. He takes the criticism that was meant to belittle, twists it into a lesson about ownership, swagger, and the evolution of football culture, and drops it like a championship highlight reel.
The National Football League did not collude or conspire against Shedeur Sanders in the NFL. I have said, and I continue to maintain, the people around Shedeur Sanders colluded and conspired to unintentionally sabotage that kid. Nowhere in the league did anyone have him as a top 5 pick. Okay? But that's all we kept hearing about leading up to the draft, how this kid was a top 5 pick. So you set him up to fail to begin with. And the...
Irvin tears apart the notion that humility means hiding your personality. He points out that young players, especially quarterbacks, need to believe in themselves to survive in the NFL. You don't win games by shrinking into the background. You win by being confident, being visible, being bold. And Rex Ryan, bless his loud soul, is on the wrong side of history at this moment. Personality isn't arrogance, it's artistry. And Shedeur Sanders embodies all of it. Every touchdown, every celebration, every confident glance is part of a larger narrative. He's building his own mythology, one viral gesture at a time. And Irvin? He's the big brother yelling from the sidelines, making sure the old guard doesn't snuff it out. Rex tries again, waving his hands, trying to bring the argument back to discipline, respect, the old school way of doing things. Irvin doesn't just brush it off. He runs circles around it. Each point Rex makes is met with passion, wit, and the kind of storytelling that could power a motivational TED Talk for the entire NFL. He's not yelling to be loud. He's yelling to educate, to defend, to declare that confidence is not only acceptable, it's required.
First of all, ESPN is at fault. All of them are at fault because of this man right here. A lot of people don't like Shedeur, and Rex Ryan is one of those people, but stating that he's not in the meeting room, and there's the pictures. All of these pictures flooded the internet the very same day, proving Rex Ryan wrong.
And the best part? The internet eats it up. Fans start using phrases like, pull a Michael Irvin whenever someone wants to defend swagger. Memes flood Twitter. Clips are dissected, shared, and celebrated. Meanwhile, Shedeur Sanders keeps doing his thing, probably miming a watch somewhere, smiling while the rest of the world debates whether confidence is a problem. It's not, it's a product. And Irvin made that crystal clear. Irvin didn't just win the argument. He turned it into a movement, a lesson, and a viral spectacle all at once. Shedeur doesn't have to defend himself. He's got Irvin, and Irvin is relentless. Irvin's points aren't just sharp, they're hilarious. The man demolishes every old-school talking point with wit, irony, and more energy than a caffeine-fueled linebacker. Discipline? Yes, it matters. Respect? Absolutely. But restraint in the face of talent and confidence? That's where Rex fails. Irvin calls it out, layer by layer, like a demolition expert with a microphone instead of a wrecking ball. Fans everywhere are nodding. They're laughing. They're sharing clips.
I mean, he's a high-profile, highly popular kid. And just like with any employer, you're not on recruiting trips, okay? Teams are not recruiting you in the pre-draft process. And I kind of feel like that was part of the issue, that Shedeur wanted to be recruited in the pre-draft process. That's not how it works. You're applying for...
And somewhere in the chaos, the point lands. Football isn't just stats and spreadsheets. It's culture, performance, personality, and yes, swagger. Irvin just reminded the world that confidence fuels greatness, and that young players like Shedeur Sanders aren't disrespecting the game. They're elevating it. By the end, it's not just a victory for Shedeur. It's a victory for expression, for evolution, for the new generation of football. Rex Ryan may have started the conversation, but Michael Irvin finished it in spectacular fashion. Every critic, every traditionalist, every old-school skeptic is now forced to witness the power of swagger, Irvin style. Confidence is contagious. Passion is unstoppable. And Irvin? He's the megaphone, the preacher, and the hype man all rolled into one. So next time someone tells Shedeur Sanders to calm down, there's a new answer on the internet. Tell it to Irvin. Chill, learn, and maybe, just maybe, understand that football thrives on fire, not on quiet conformity.
Don't know what's going on with the back problem, and I'm very confused. Monday he's not practicing. Obviously, they're off today. We'll find out what happens on Wednesday. But last Sunday, after the game was done, and again, remember they just played a game, and he's talking to reporters. I don't know, I don't know who exactly he was talking to in the scrum, but I believe Mary Kay's reported the recounting of it, where He makes the reference of how it wasn't his call to be sitting down. It wasn't his call to not be the backup in that Patriots game. And you just have a week where it feels like we got no information. I don't know the status of it. And then he misses Monday's practice. And the whole thing, I don't know what it is, but something just doesn't pass the smell test. Yeah.
Michael Irvin didn't just defend a player. He defended the future of the game, the evolution of confidence, and reminded everyone that personality isn't a flaw. It's a superpower. By the time the segment ends, the studio is quiet. Rex has a face that says, "I did not see that coming." Fans replay it, laughing, cheering, and tagging friends. Shedeur probably smirks somewhere, knowing he's got a guardian in Irvin, and a league slowly learning that the new era isn't going to be silenced. It's a performance, a masterclass, a cultural reset. Rex Ryan might be the loud guy with experience, but in this battle of personality, passion, and sheer unfiltered truth, Irvin wins. Every time, Shedeur doesn't even have to speak. The message is clear. Swagger is not just allowed. It's necessary. Confidence is not disrespect. It's DNA. And Irvin just delivered that message like a cannonball to the internet, so you
listen to what Shedeur said.
I know if you see the quarterback play in the league right now, I know I'm capable of doing better than that. I think playing or not playing, is in my hands. I think based on the situation, it's if things happen, things turn out where I play, then I'll be out there and I'll be ready to play.
So this is a screenshot from a clip that went viral over the weekend. The Browns lost to the Detroit Lions 34-10. And in this moment, Shedeur appears to look kind of checked out. But I'm not sure if this look, coupled with what he said in the locker room, warranted that reaction from Coach Ryan.
So yeah, Rex Ryan may have tried to lecture the kid, but in the end, it wasn't about Rex. It was about Shedeur. It was about football. And it was about letting talent, personality, and legacy shine without apology. Michael Irvin didn't just defend a player. He defended the soul of the game. And the internet will never forget it. Every mimed watch, every confident stride on the field, every grin in practice now carried the unspoken message. Irvin has your back, and the haters can keep talking. And let's be honest, this wasn't just about Rex Ryan being wrong. It was about exposing the absurdity of old-school gatekeeping. Rex spent decades in locker rooms yelling, predicting Super Bowls, and creating moments people still mock to this day. And now he's shocked that a young quarterback wants to celebrate in a way that's modern, viral, and entirely his own.
Don't know what's going on with the back problem, and I'm very confused. Monday he's not practicing. Obviously, they're off today. We'll find out what happens on Wednesday. But last Sunday, after the game was done, and again, remember, they just played a game, and he's talking to reporters. I don't know, I don't know who exactly he was talking to in the scrum, but I believe Mary Kay's reported the recounting of it, where he makes the reference of how it wasn't his call to be sitting down. It wasn't his call to not be the backup in that Patriots game. And you just have a week where it feels like we got no information. I don't know the status of it. And then he misses Monday's practice. And the whole thing, I don't know what it is, but something just doesn't pass the smell test. Yeah.
Irvin tore through that hypocrisy like it was paper in a shredder. Layer by layer, and the internet went wild. By the time the debate wrapped, it was no longer about who was right or wrong. It became a movement. Young players watching from home suddenly had permission to be bold, to celebrate, to own their moments. Meanwhile, Rex Ryan, bless him, probably spent the rest of the day trying to figure out what just happened, replaying the segment in his head, realizing that the old rules don't apply anymore. The next generation isn't here to tiptoe, they're here to thrive, and Irvin just made sure everyone knows it. And somewhere in Cleveland, Shedeur Sanders is likely smirking, practicing the next touchdown celebration, knowing the world just got a crash course in confidence, delivered in full Irvin volume.